not going to be here for my kids' weddings. An instant fear of missing out on the later thing. My name is Jeremie, full-time real estate agent, full-time personal trainer.
Take me back, right? So currently you're helping people across Eastern PA be the best version of themselves. But what sparked your journey? So what was going on in your life that made you feel ready for a change?
It was almost like when I hit 40, I hit a wall. I was sore, I was miserable, I was severely overweight. I probably clocked in around, I would say, 325, 330. So definitely not comfortable in my own skin. I think that was one of the hardest parts, not being able to do certain things. I love the city. I love all the cities. Philly, New York. We go all over the place. Even just New Hope, Allentown. Not being able to walk more than a couple of blocks, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready for an Uber. Let's go. Meanwhile, my wife would just keep going for days. So stuff like that, little things. I would avoid activity like the plate, and I ate whatever I. I'm a big foodie. Still am. There's ways to do it healthy. Yeah. But I think that was a big part of it as well. I definitely had awful habits. I'd go all day without eating and come home and just gorge on everything like that. I just recently started with a GLP-1. Everybody has different goals. I reached my goals without it, not to talk down on it whatsoever, but once I decided to do more of a cut and bulk cycles, I do use it to cut. I've only used it one time so far. I actually literally just started again today to start another cut.
Do you have any side effects when you do any GLP-1s?
Very, very minor. Very minor. Nothing that would hinder me from using it again.
What was the first step you took? What was the first thing you did?
The first step I took was the internet. I jumped online. Just to cycle back a little bit, I was trying. Sorry, I lost track. I was sore, I was in pain, I was severely overweight, it was hindering everything I did, and I wanted to go to the doctor, so what I had to do was obviously find a primary, and I realized it had been 13 years since I went to a doctor or a dentist or anybody. I knew what a doctor would say as soon as I walked in the door, so I avoided that just like I avoided scans. But I got blood work done, and it was severely eye-opening. Everything was in the red. You've seen blood test reports. It was awful. I was pre-diabetic. My cholesterol was through the roof. I literally had no green. I mean, like very, very low. So that kind of opened my eyes and realized that I'm not going to be here for my kids' weddings. I'm not. I had an instant fear of missing out on the later things in life, and it made me jumpstart. One good thing about ADD is once I can focus on something, good luck getting me off of it.
Do you feel like men struggle to take the first step more than women?
100%.
If you could give any tip to a man specifically about who's on the fence about taking starts on peptides or hormones or GLPs, what would you say?
Don't be afraid to get help. Don't be afraid to get help. It's not a crutch. It's not cheating. It's using the tools that are available to you. It's silly not to.
You had to do this without Mutual Wellness to get started. Correct. Because we didn't exist when you started, right?
Even when I first started, I didn't know anything about things like peptides or hormone replacement therapy or anything like that. So I did it on my own, and then I hit a wall. I hit a major wall. So
what role did hormones and peptides play in helping you finally break through?
It honestly made everything easier. My recovery at the gym was a really big part of it, and also just getting over that plateau. I was snippy. I would not scream and yell, but I noticed I was definitely irritable. I noticed things like that. I decided to get tested for my hormones. I asked my doctor. He literally ignored me. He just said, "Oh, everything's fine," without even testing. That's the story I hear from a lot of people. When you go to your primary care physician, it's not something they push. It's not something they recommend. It's not something they even test for.
So is your testosterone low?
136. Average should be somewhere in the 4 to 800 range. For my age, 4 to 5, so, somewhere around there would be, acceptable. But the things that were stopping me from it, and I didn't even realize, was that aside from that getting over that plateau or those physical benefits, was going to be the mental aspect of it, and it's huge. It's another thing men don't talk about as much as they should. It's disheartening a little bit, but I definitely had the signs of having low testosterone. I was surprised I had a beard. Like it was literally like I was definitely low. And
Are you doing pellets, injectables, or pills, or topicals?
right now I'm doing injectables.
Are you bi-weekly, I think we talked about?
I do bi-weekly, yeah. I get it supplied. They just give me the vial, and then everything is supplied. The change was almost immediate. The weight started dropping off. Everything started to work better. My attitude was better. Mentally, I was better. My family life was better. My work was everything was better. I can't. I sound like I'm a shill or I'm gushing, but I am gushing about it. It literally changed my life